Alright you guys, we're back on the Madden 17 Titans franchise, and throughout the week, a few of you guys were asking me what's been going on around the league, and you wanted me to let you know what other teams' stats were and what their players were doing, so I figured I'd do a quick video and show you guys what's been happening. Now, a couple of things before we get into the video. I am going to be heading out of town this weekend, so you'll probably see the production slow down on the channel a little bit. This is going to be one of two mini vacations that I have planned for the month of August, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be gone until about Monday afternoon, and then I'm going to try to bang out another episode for you guys so it'll be ready to go on Tuesday. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm not going to be doing any type of scouting in this series. It should be pretty obvious at this point because Madden 18 is just around the corner, and to be honest, I just don't see the point, so that's what we're going to do. Now, onto the team standings. We're taking a quick look at the AFC North first, and the Cleveland Browns are somehow, someway in first place. That is just ridiculous. Now, we are only 5 games in, so I expect things to kind of balance out the way that they should, but the Steelers sitting at 1-3 at the bottom of the pack, that might be a cause for concern. So that's the AFC North for you. On to the AFC South. The Titans and Texans are fighting for that #1 spot. That's going to be really interesting seeing how that shakes out. And I think we actually played the Texans in a couple of games too, so in a couple weeks, the standings here could look a lot different. Now, the Colts and Jaguars are at the bottom of the division looking up, and I don't really know what to say about that other than we have to get our revenge against the Jaguars because somehow they beat us, and that was their only win on the season. Now, on to the AFC East. The Dolphins are undefeated, but the Patriots are right behind them with a record of 4-1, followed by the Bills and Jets. And at this point, it's probably in the best interest of the Jets to just go on ahead and start the tanking process now and solidify your draft positioning for next year's draft right now because it's a long way up. Now, in the AFC West, things are a lot more interesting. The Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders are all within a game of each other, and even the Broncos sitting at the bottom at 2-3. All they really need is just a 2-game win streak and have one of the teams above them lose 1 game, and it'll shake up the entire standings. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out. Now, onto the NFC North. Just like the AFC West, the top 3 teams are all separated by a game. The Vikings are sitting up top looking pretty with a record of 4-1. The Lions and Packers both have the same amount of wins, but they're separated by 1 loss. And this is another division that I expect to shift around a bit the further we get into the series because I'm not expecting the Packers to be sitting in 3rd much longer. On to the NFC South. The Saints are sitting up top with a record of 3-2. The Falcons right below them at 2-3. The Buccaneers at 1-4 and the Panthers at 0-3-1. What is going on in this division right now? The Bucks, Panthers, and Falcons all have way too much talent to be sitting under 500. And I don't know what their schedules were coming into this, but something is just not quite right to me. But anyways, that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on as the season progresses. We're on to the NFC East now, where the Redskins and Giants are battling for first place, followed by the Cowboys and Eagles at the bottom there. I've got a feeling that division's going to be a lot more competitive the closer we get to the second half of the season. And then last but not least, we're on to the NFC West, where the Seahawks and Rams are tied for first place. That's new. And then we have the 49ers and Cardinals to bottom out the division. And I'm not sure if you guys caught the headline at the beginning of the video where Larry Fitzgerald said he's not going back to the Cardinals. Sitting there at 0-4, I can kind of understand why he doesn't want to go back. And if he does actually go into free agency, that wouldn't have been a bad signing for us either. We probably could have got him for cheap at this stage of his career. But now we're moving over to the player stats just so you can get an idea how everybody's doing so far. And as you can see here, Marcus Mariota is leading the league in passing with 1,651 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 5 picks. He's then followed by Jimmy Garoppolo, Aaron Rodgers, and whoever M. Largent is, Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck, and Drew Brees to bottom out that list. Ezekiel Elliott is your early season rushing leader with 531 yards off 95 carries, followed by Devontae Freeman right on his heels with 520 yards off 83 carries. Wow, that's impressive. He's got 12 fewer carries than Zeke, but he's only trailing him by 11 yards. And you can tell by that 6.3 yards a carry average, he's putting in work. Now, onto the receivers. Brandon Cooks is at the top of the list with 464 yards off of 36 catches. Hey, shout out to Will Fuller. I really hate that it had to be him. I know that injuries are part of the game and all that, but this was just horrible timing right in the preseason. I just wish him well, and I hope he's able to bounce back. Now, getting back to the list here, I'm just scrolling down trying to find Odell Beckham, and he's kind of near the bottom. I forgot to sort it by yardage, and he's got 532 yards through 5 games. That is definitely worthy of being at the top of the list. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball, Quan Alexander is your tackle leader with a total of 48. And then this guy from the Saints, along with Robert Quinn and Aaron Donald, are all your sack leaders with a total of 7 on the year. And if anybody is the same ethnicity as this guy that's watching this video, please tell me how to say his name. I mean no disrespect, I just don't want to butcher his name. Now, onto the interception leaders. Janoris Jenkins at the top of the list with 4, and then he's followed by Quan Alexander, who also has 4. So wait, he's tied for first in interceptions, and also he's leading the league in solo tackles. This man just must be playing in a different galaxy with a different set of rules because he is balling right now. But anyways, you guys, I think we've pretty much covered everything. I've still got to go pack one bag before I hit the road, so I'm going to leave it there. Like I said earlier in the video, I'll be gone till about Monday afternoon, so I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.